Dubuque Super Hits 106. Joining me is the iconic Brenda Lee, of course, responsible for one of the greatest holiday hits that ever came out, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Good morning, Brenda. How are you?
Well, good morning, Dick. I'm great. It's my time of the year coming up.
Boy, it sure is. Of course, with all of the great hits you have, your time of the year is pretty much any time as far as I'm concerned. But tell us a little bit about how that song came to you and what you thought of it right up front.
Well, it came from a man out of New York. His name was Johnny Marks, who had also written Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Holly Jolly Christmas and really iconic Christmas songs. And I was just a little girl, and when I met him, he told me that he had gone on vacation and he was laying on the beach and he somewhere up north, because this could only happen up north on the beach surrounded by pine trees. And he said, I was laying there and I'm looking at the trees and it's reminding me of Christmas, and I got this first line in my head, rocking around the Christmas tree. And he said, then I went back to my room and I took a nap and I woke up and I finished the song. And he said, I had heard a couple of your things, that you had recorded that weren't hits or anything, but I liked your voice. And he said, and I knew Owen Bradley, so I sent it to Owen and said, I know you have other artists, but I want Brenda Lee to record this. And that's how I got it.
You kind of intimated at it, but you were 13 when you recorded that song. 13 years old. I mean, that's just amazing. When you first heard the song, did you like it immediately? Did you think, I don't know?
Yeah, I loved it. And I knew, I think a singer instinctively knows a good song, and I knew it was a good song. I never dreamed that it would become the standard that it's become, because as you know, Dick, in the Christmas world, that's unheard of. I mean, we had the White Christmas and Rudolph and all those songs, but to break in with a completely kind of new rock sound on a Christmas record was just unheard of. So I thought it was good, and I hoped it would do good, but I never, ever dreamed it would become a standard.
When I first heard it, it was essentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it was pretty much the first rock and roll Christmas song, wasn't it?
Oh, it absolutely was, yeah.
As you said, nobody had done that before. It sounded like, when we were kids, we loved it, but we were sure our parents would hate it. And so,
yeah.
I guess I never thought about the fact that it would become a holiday standard year after year, but it certainly is. There isn't a Christmas radio station anywhere that doesn't playlist Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And it's been done by a dozen or more other artists since then, but nobody does it better than you. Nobody.
Well, thank you. I think that now the last stat that I got on it was the number 2 Christmas song of all time after A White Christmas. And then when Home Alone, the movie, came out, it just gave it a whole new resurgence with that generation of kids. So now they know it because their parents, like you say, would pass it along to their kids because they liked it. It's been a huge blessing to me and almost a phenomenon.
Well, I would certainly say it is, but then you yourself are almost a phenomenon. I still hear your other songs, and we don't want to underplay the fact that you've had so many wonderful recordings. I'm Sorry. I heard that in a Hallmark card not too long ago. I picked up a Hallmark card, and it was obviously something that someone would send to a girlfriend or boyfriend where they messed up, and you open it up and there's Brenda Lee singing I'm Sorry, and I don't know how to get that message across any better than that. I mean, that's fantastic.
Oh man, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And to have that kind of a legacy is just phenomenal. I really appreciate you taking some time and talking to me this morning. Now, I know you're still touring. You just finished Malt Shop Memory Tours with the Beach Boys and Dion and all kinds of great acts. Did you have a good time on that?
I tell you, I had the best time. It was almost like being a teenager again, seeing my buds, Lloyd Price and the Beach Boys and the Drifters and the Temptations and Dion, a little Peggy March, and just seeing all these people that I grew up with and worked with. And it was just reliving those memories again. It was wonderful.
Kind of like a class reunion, huh?
Absolutely. Getting to be up close and personal with the fans for a week was just so cool. I made so many friends, and I just loved it.
Well, again, Brenda, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me. I do want to say I saw Brenda about 4 or 5 years ago at a casino in Iowa, and she is every bit as good today as she ever was. She puts on a 2-hour show that is just amazing, and if you ever get a chance to see Brenda Lee, don't pass it up. You will be completely and fully entertained. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk again in the future.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, my friend, and to all your listeners. Merry Christmas, guys, and may the new year bring you all that you pray for and want, but most of all, may the new year bring us all peace. God bless.
Thanks again.